I'm a businessman, businessman. I'm a businessman, businessman. I do business, man. Talking business.
If you didn't know, well, now you know. Chris Pratt means business. Whether he's showing off his dreadful but awe-inspiring dance moves, whispering velociraptors, or preaching about the beauty of the dad bod, Chris is officially Hollywood's newest it guy. And since we just know that you're dying to get to know everything there is to know about Chris Pratt, we're bringing you 9 things you didn't know about Chris until right now, and we've got it all right here on Listed. We know it doesn't come as much of a surprise that Chris can do it all, and we're gonna get to that, but to kick things off on a real solid note and let your minds wander back to Chris's stripping days, yes, I said stripping, before he made it big in Hollywood, Chris took a part-time stripping gig for birthday and bachelorette parties when he was 18. One of his lucky clients, you may wonder, his friend's grandmother.
Pictures up.
Oh God, Chris, I can't stop it.
And speaking of Chris's many talents, not very many people will admit that they conduct a mean French braid. He has posted pictures of his wife Anna Faris's perfectly braided hair and showed off his French braiding skills. So while being interviewed, he did this at the same time.
My hair.
How's it feel?
I mean, very gentle.
Oh, gentle hands too,
Thank you,
Chris.
for your tender hands.
I mean, what can't this guy do? It's ridiculous.
And before we move on, I should mention that Chris has always had a knack for acting, but his real calling is actually predicting the future. Back in 2010, while on the set of Parks and Rec, Chris jokingly filmed a behind-the-scenes video claiming he just got a text from Steven Spielberg, and here's what he had to say.
I'll have to get back to you later about Jurassic Park 4. Boom.
Well, when you know, you know. So although Chris's braiding, dancing, and future predicting skills didn't exactly land him the lead role in Jurassic World, we'll give all the credit to his very first headshots. In an interview with Jimmy Fallon, Chris admitted that his first headshots still haunt him.
Were you okay?
Yeah.
Did anyone help you? What was this? What was this?
This is okay.
Although he happened to be in the right place at the right time when a stranger took him back to his apartment for a free photo shoot, Chris admitted he isn't sure why he chose that exact shot to be his first, but hey, it may have helped him land his first major acting gig. After Chris was discovered by actress Rae Dawn Chong while waiting tables at Bubba Gump's in Maui, he booked it to Hollywood where he scored a spot on the WB's Everwood, and you may even recall a young Chris making appearances on the OC, Bride Wars, Wanted, and Jennifer's Body. Total throwback, right? And while on the set of Everwood, Chris also ended up scoring a lady love that just so happened to be his on-camera sibling. He dated Revenge star Emily Van Camp until 2007, who played his sister on the WB show. But don't worry, Chris swears by it that he and Emily never found it awkward because they knew the show was only fiction. But since we're on the subject of love, Chris knew he wanted his current wife, Anna Faris, all along. In fact, he had a very well-executed plan while acting aside her on the set of Take Me Home Tonight, and it just so happened to work. Anna revealed that, quote, he was cast as my boyfriend, and when I met him at the table read, he was wearing a Seattle Seahawks shirt. I was all, no way, I'm from Edmonds. He had planned the whole thing, which is romantic to me. He was like, I'm gonna get her, and he got me. And if that isn't adorable enough, the two also grew up only 20 minutes from each other. Talk about a small world. So not only does Chris play the role of many heroes, but did you know he is an actual hero? In his spare time, he visits numerous children's hospitals to arrange special screenings of his movies. At one hospital, he brought full Guardians of the Galaxy costumes and toys, and in another hospital, actually acted out the epic velociraptor scene with a few patients. He is truly a saint. Okay, so that may be an exaggeration, but for our last and final fact, this is no exaggeration. I'm happy to report that Chris Pratt is God.
I'm like, it's me, God.
Okay, maybe he isn't God, but he did operate a drive-thru in his hometown as a kid and would spend the majority of his shifts pranking people through the drive-thru speakers. Let's just hope his son Jack doesn't take after his wild antics. But that just sums it up here on Listed. So before I bid you adieu, I leave you with a few words of inspiration from the legend himself.
Fantastic, terrific, great, oh yeah, strong juice, baby sucker. I feel wonderful. Right on, right on, right on. Juice, 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 juice. Ooh, wah, wah, I feel great, I feel great. Ooh, wah, wah, let's kick some ass, kick some ass. Who's number one? We are. Who's number two? Who cares?
So now that you're totally pumped, let me know what your favorite thing is that you learned about Chris Pratt here today, and if you have any more fun facts, feel free to add them right down in the comment section below. And then go ahead and click right here to check out 7 things we think need to happen in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Thanks so much for hanging out with me here on Listed. I'm your host, Danielle Robay, and I'll see you next time. Click to the left to find out where Chris Pratt's Jurassic World ranked among the other Jurassic Park films, or click right to find out a few things you may not have known about Back to the Future.